and he need them bands. And y'all need a plan, and y'all can't be playing.
Hey yo, what's happening YouTube? It's your man's King JJ. Go ask about me. And in this video, I'm gonna explain why the Lakers lineup should look the way that I had pinned in my head. I'm gonna start off with saying I can't use real basketball clips because I'm a small YouTuber that's not trying to get copyright fragments. But just listen to what I'm saying. We could talk that basketball stuff. With that being said, let's get into the video. There's like 4 lineups I want to talk about with the Lakers, starting with the starters, the bench, the end game lineup, and then the Warriors lineup. So all of those lineups are kind of different, especially with the end game and Warriors lineup. So I'll obviously start off with the starters. I think Lonzo should start over Rondo. I'm gonna get into details later. KCP, Brandon Ingram, LeBron James, and JaVale McGee. The bench: Rondo, Josh Hart, Lance Stevenson, Kyle Kuzma, Mo Wagner, and the 3 extra players: Luol Deng, Michael Beasley, and Zubac. Now, the starters, the reason I have the starters as Lonzo starting over Rondo is because I'm gonna start off with the stats. Lonzo averaged 10.2 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and shot 30% from the 3-point line. Now, those are obvious stats, so I'm gonna get into the advanced stats. Lonzo's player efficiency rating, PER, was a 12.5. True shooting percentage was a 44, and his usage rate was a 17.4. Rondo averaged 8 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, and shot 33% from the 3-point line. His PER was 15.3. True shooting percentage was a 52, and usage rate was a 17. So them two basically play the exact same role. They kind of do the exact same thing. It's just at this point, like right now, Rondo's better than Lonzo. But I trust Rondo more. That's why I want him to come off the bench and lead the second unit. LeBron is clearly going to lead that first unit. So Lonzo's still going to have his touches, still be able to lead. But it's like LeBron's looking over his shoulder. So Lonzo, like I said, he's still gonna have his opportunities, but you got big brother, you got father there basically. LeBron watching over him. So I want Lonzo next to LeBron. So I just think that makes more sense. Lonzo has a higher potential in shooting threes. So if Lonzo can get his shot working, you know, he's gonna be in the game more. He's gonna be able to have more opportunity to do things. He just got to get his 3-point shooting, because right now we're deciding between Rondo and Lonzo, and they shoot the same from the 3-point line basically. A 3%, you know, difference. It's not really a huge difference. So it's like you could basically throw either one of them in the game. They're gonna do the same thing. So that's why I have Lonzo over Rondo, because I trust Rondo to lead the second unit better than Lonzo. The 2 guard, KCP. I have KCP over Josh Hart because KCP averaged 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.4 steals, 38% from the 3-point line in 33 minutes. Josh Hart scored 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 0.7 steals, and shot 39% from the 3-point line in 23 minutes. Now, like I said, let me hit y'all with the advanced stats. KCP PER with a 13, true shooting percentage 56, usage rate a 17. Josh Hart PER 12, his true shooting percentage a 60, and his usage rate a 13.5. So if you watch the games, if you watch those players, they do the same thing. They're going to be the shooters for the team. They're going to be the players that spread the floor. So it's basically like whatever one of them is shooting better is going to be playing more. Now I feel like both of them should be playing equal minutes. Not every night, it doesn't work out that way, but they both should get around 24. You can easily put them both in at the same time, but I feel like, you know, they do the same thing. So it's like if you throw in KCP, well, Josh Hart's going to do the same thing. You throw in Josh Hart, well, KCP's going to do the same thing. It's just KCP, I feel like, is more developed, been in the league longer. So at this point in their careers, he's better. So I feel like he should be in the lineup over Josh Hart. Now, I'm gonna skip over Brandon Ingram right quick and move to LeBron. LeBron, come on now. We already know he's starting. I mean, they're putting a lineup around him. So that's common sense. JaVale McGee starting over Mo Wagner because JaVale is like the typical center, like a DJ, like a Clint, like a Rudy Gobert. He's a typical center. You know, he fills the lane. You know, he's smart. in a way, like when I mean smart, centers don't really need to do much. If you're in position for lobs, drop-offs, then you're good. So he don't really need to do too much. So as long as JaVale stays in his spot and not trying to do too much, shoot threes, try to dribble too much, and just plays his role like he was doing on the Warriors, he'll be fine. That's why, like I said, he's the perfect center for them. I wish they would have got Dwight too, Dwight and JaVale. That would have, both of them play the same, so I think that would have been perfect, but they don't. They have Mo Wagner. So Mo Wagner is good. He can shoot threes. He's going to spread the floor for them. But like I said, JaVale definitely got the spot over him. Now, I'll move to Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma is probably going to be like, not a huge debate, but you can start either one of them. It's kind of like the same in a way. So Brandon Ingram averaged 16.1 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 0.8 steals, 0.7 blocks, and shot 39% from the three-point line in 33 minutes. Kyle Kuzma scored 16.1 points a game, so they scored the same exact points, 6.3 rebounds, 2 assists, 0.6 steals, 0.4 blocks, and shot 36% from the three-point line in 31 minutes. Now, like I said, let me hit y'all with the advanced stats. Brandon Ingram PER was a 14. True shooting percentage was a 54. Usage rate was a 22. Kyle Kuzma PER of 14. Same exact thing. His true shooting percentage was a 55. A 1%, that's not really a difference. It's the same thing. And usage rating was a 22. The exact same thing. So basically, these players they didn't score always the same way, but they did the same thing. You know, they're not the same player, because I feel like Brandon Ingram's going to be better than Kyle Kuzma. I feel like he's better than him now, and it just feels right to start him over Kyle Kuzma. But they basically kind of do the same thing. You give them both the opportunity, they're both going to deliver for you. They can get their own buckets. So, you know, like I said, I got Brandon over him. And Brandon, he's like 6'11", so the fact that he's tall, because you can't look at these heights these days. They be like 6'10". No, the dude's really 7 feet sometimes, but you can't really look at those heights. But he's like 6'11", so the fact that he's in that lineup, I feel like that would be he's perfect to me. You know, I feel like if he add on 20 pounds of, you know, body weight, muscle, I feel like he's going to be perfect. Like basically like KD did. You know, he added on weight, and now if you actually look at KD be bodying people. People be like, yo, KD's still kind of, you know, skinny. Look at KD in the weight room. He be monstering those weights. So I think if Brandon Ingram get a little stronger, well, not a little stronger, a lot stronger, then he's gonna be, I think he's gonna be easily be able to average like 20, 25 points around that area if LeBron, you know, kind of really takes the back seat and lets him. So like I said, that's what I got for the starters in the bench. Lonzo, KCP, Brandon Ingram, LeBron, and JaVale. Bench: Rondo, Josh Hart, Lance Stevenson, Kyle Kuzma, Mo Wagner. Now the end game lineup varies. I mean, like I said, they have players that kind of do the exact same thing. Lonzo and Rondo, KCP and Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma. So it's like you kind of, it's just whoever's having a better game is basically who you put in. Sometimes honestly, Lance Stevenson do the same thing as Rondo and Lonzo if he, you know, if he's not doing too much. So in the end game lineup, this is personally what I would have. I would have LeBron at the 1, KCP, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and JaVale McGee. Now the reason I have that, because if Lonzo and Rondo are not going to make shots, it's really no point putting them in. I mean, they gonna have their time early, but right at the end of the game, it's really no point, because I want the ball in LeBron's hands anyways, and I want Brandon Ingram to have some touches. So it's like I might as well just put LeBron, stash him at the 1. KCP, like I said, you need the shooter. KCP not hitting, Josh Hart is. Josh Hart will be in. Brandon Ingram, I feel like he got to be in. I mean, I think like in 2 years, LeBron's really gonna rely on him to like really carry the weight for them. So like I said, LeBron, I like that he just decided to go to this team, because he has players to fall back on. So when he's not able to carry, well, he has players now that are going to be able to carry. Kyle Kuzma, like I said, Kyle Kuzma is another person that could get his own bucket. I feel like he's a perfect person in that lineup. JaVale's the typical center these days. Another in-game lineup is Rondo, Brandon Ingram at the 2, LeBron, Kyle Kuzma, and JaVale. So it's basically replacing KCP with Rondo. So And that's only if Rondo's like, he's hitting a few shots and, you know, they just feel more comfortable that way with, you know, an actual point guard. LeBron can play off Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma. So you got 3 players really playing off. So now it's like, well, LeBron doesn't have the ball. So, you know, if LeBron has the ball, well, we got to focus on LeBron when he has the ball. But we still got to focus on 2 other players. Now, if you got to focus on 3 other players, you know, kind of running around. I'm not talking about running around shooting threes and stuff, because I think that's where their lineup is going to be, because they're not, Kyle Kuzma's not really a spot up shooter for real. He shot the same percentage as LeBron. So, you know, I don't think they're that good of shooters, but they can make the shots. Another in-game lineup, and this is the Warriors in-game lineup. You got Rondo, KCP, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and LeBron. And this is where everyone talks about LeBron being at center and talk about the death lineup. That's only the death lineup versus the Warriors. That lineup ain't gonna work versus no one like, you know, 76ers, and LeBron got to guard Joel Embiid. Yeah, he could body him, but I wouldn't keep him on him. It's just no point. Let's say if the Warriors get Boogie back healthy, I'm not putting LeBron on Boogie. So that lineup only works when you have someone like Draymond at center. With the Celtics, Al Horford, I'm okay with having LeBron or Al Horford. That would work with them. It's only certain teams where that will work with, so you got to be cautious of that. So right there, those are the lineups for the Lakers. I feel like they're gonna have a good year, honestly. You know, I feel like this year is gonna be really based off of Lonzo and Brandon Ingram, because if Lonzo can make his shots, he'll play more, the team would do better. If Brandon Ingram can actually, you know, step up a little more, because he stepped up. He went from like 9 points to like 16. And honestly, if LeBron didn't come, he would definitely be in the 20. He still has a chance to be in the 20, but I just feel like he might score like 18 a game. But that's still good. As long as he does his job, he'll be fine. So I'm in it there. Tell me what y'all think. Like I said, I feel like if the lineup looks the way that I have, they have nothing to really worry about. I mean, all they got to do is, you know, do their job, and I think they can be second seed, and depending on how Brandon Ingram and Lonzo do, they could beat the Warriors. I'm saying it right now. They could beat the Warriors. Man, with that being said, my name is King JJ, and I'm gone.
You understand? What the fuck did I'm saying? I got money in rubber band, yeah. I got hundreds in money bands, yeah. Hit the back of the